Let's speak about moral injury and how that impacts us. Existing nowadays is a weird experience because, on the one hand, you feel grief and you feel pain and you feel helplessness because of all of the genocides going on in the world at this moment. But at the same time, you suffer a tremendous amount of guilt for feeling these feelings because, at the end of the day, why should you feel so impacted by something that is not happening to you? First, I thought that I specifically was just suffering from a tremendous wave of grief because everything that I believed in the world, our rules-based order, the institutions that were supposed to make sure that these things did not happen, not only failed spectacularly, but continue to fail spectacularly. And when I speak about institutions, I mean political parties, I mean governments, I mean international institutions. I came across this article yesterday about moral injury. Moral injury is something that occurs when someone witnesses, fails to stop, or participates in acts that violate their moral code. This is something that psychologists in the United States spotted specifically after the Vietnam War in soldiers that either participated in acts that they found horrendous and that were against their own principles, or they saw acts committed by their superior officers that they were either unwilling or unable to stop. What psychologists observed was that these sorts of events caused tremendous psychological impact on the people who suffered it, especially because they're usually associated with the violent imagery that these people were forced to observe. I'm not a psychologist, but I agree with the author of that article when she says that we are in this category now, en masse. We have consumed, throughout the last 19 months, images of violence so severe, so pernicious, so brutal, things that the vast majority of humans are not meant to consume without losing their minds. In the context of genocides that are not only ignored by our leaders, who are the supposed gatekeepers of human rights in the world, the one in Sudan, like the one in the DRC Congo, but that our leaders actively endorsed, like the genocide in Gaza. And they were actively endorsed by the supposed good guys in the room, like the unrepentant genocidal grandfather in the United States and the leader of the Labour Party in the UK. We're not just grieving because our idea of the world was wrong and we were naive. We feel betrayed, and correctly so. This is reflecting itself in the crisis of beliefs in institutions and in authority that we're having at this moment. Try to be gentle with yourself if you can, and remember that you're not alone.